Hey, lady.
Hey, Frisco.
Hey, how you doing?
You
know anybody around here that could use a washed-up rock singer? I give a pretty mean interview, you know.
Don't I know it, kiddo? What do you want? What are you doing?
Well, they kicked me out of the hospital. I have nowhere else to go.
No.
No. Listen, you mind if I hang out here for a while, being around the cameras and stuff? Just, you know, I won't get in anybody's way.
I know you won't, darling. Just don't steal any cameras. Make yourself at home. I got to finish up with some notes for my show today. I'll talk to you later.
All right. Have a good one, huh?
Thanks.
Thanks.
Frisco? Josh. Hey, where you been, man? I've been looking all over for you.
Been around. What's up?
We gotta talk, man. Something weird's going on.
Hello? Yes? Yes, just a moment and I'll get him. Robert, telephone! It's England.
Oh, good.
Some woman has to talk to you.
Probably Campbell's housekeeper returning my call.
Oh, what do you want from her?
Answers. Right now, I can't be sure if Campbell dropped out of sight in the Port Charles River or the New York City airport.
Hello, Celia. Did you have a nice flight?
It was all right. Are you here to meet me?
I'm not flying anywhere.
I still don't understand. How did you know when I was going to be getting in?
I called Long Island. I asked to speak with you, but Quentin said that you were already on your way to the airport, so he gave me your flight number.
I see.
Consequently, here I am.
I never expected you to be here waiting when I got off that plane.
That makes two of us. Frankly, I was surprised to hear that you were coming back
At all?
so soon.
I had to come back.
Why?
Because it was the only way to find out once and for all whether or not we're married.
I thought you'd gone underground or something.
I considered it.
Yeah, it's lucky I ran into your brother at the hospital. He said he got discharged and you were living with him at the hotel.
Yeah.
Said you're at the studio and...
Right again. At the studio.
How's your voice?
It's getting better. Listen, I tried to get a hold of you a couple times in New York. I was worried about you. I left messages with Steph.
I didn't get him.
I figured that. I knew there was something that wasn't going to pass through, especially a message, huh?
Yeah, well, messages aren't the only thing she's not passing on.
You're missing a couple paychecks.
Hey, I'm pumping out songs, man. They're headed for gold, maybe even platinum. And I'm making somebody a bunch of money, right? But they won't give me an accounting. I mean, I can't figure out where my money's going, or all I know is it's not winding up in my pocket.
Mm-hmm. Now, where have I heard that before?
Blackie.
Among others.
Yeah, well, tell you something. I know what he did to Blackie, but he's not going to do it to me.
Oh, yeah? You know something that they don't?
I'm just not going to let him work me over.
You think they're going to ask for your permission?
I'll fight back.
No. Don't even think about it.
Well, why not, man? That's why I came home. I'm going to get a lawyer, and I'm going to go for it.
Listen, why don't you pick up an army while you're at it, too, huh?
Look, with legal representation, I'll have more clout with him, you know? I'll go in, make my demands, and I think I got it made.
You don't make demands on Pirelli.
I do.
Not if you're smart, you don't.
I don't have to be smart. That's why I'm hiring a lawyer.
Josh, believe me, you can get a lawyer, you can get a whole law firm. But going to Pirelli, it's like spitting in the wind. It's going to come right back in your face.
What am I supposed to do, just sit here and let him rob me?
Well, I would if I were you.
What?
Do you remember what I told you in the hospital? Lay back, man. Take it easy. You don't want to work so hard. You want to make Pirelli think that you're burnt out.
I can't. I got hundreds of songs in me, hot ones. They're ready to go.
Yeah, well, you know that, man. And I suspect it. But if Pirelli even thinks it's a possibility, you're dead.
He knows what I can do.
Then you got to convince him he's wrong.
Why?
It's the only way he'll ever let you go. If you walk on him, man, you're dead. You're going to wind up like I was in the hospital, maybe even worse.
Look, I'm not just going to mail it in to get rid of Pirelli. I can't, man. I'm good, Frisco, and I'm proud of it. I want to flaunt my talent, not hide it. You know, I just wish I could get paid for it.
Then you're with the wrong management team, baby.
Yeah, I know. I gotta clear up this mess. I know Pirelli's a crook. You know, maybe I don't need a lawyer. Maybe I could just, sit Commissioner Scorpio on him. I bet he'd get results.
Right. Yeah. Yes, of course. The police will continue with the investigation. You can be sure of that. And thank you for all your help. Goodbye.
What'd she say?
Just as I suspected, the garter was of the same type that Campbell used.
The plot thickens.
And gets more confusing.
Well, what do you make of it?
Well, I don't know. I mean, first you've got this marine residue on the coat. Then we've got the key, now we've got a garter. Now, this all seems to point to the fact that he met with foul play around the Port Charles River.
Right.
Yeah, but if that were the case, what's the coat doing turning up in New York along with a tape recorder?
Well, one thing seems kind of clear.
Yeah.
Whoever it was who led Dr. Campbell to his fate, whatever that was,
Yeah.
wanted us to think that it happened in New York City when, in fact, it happened in Port Charles.
Or vice versa.
True.
Clear as mud, huh?
Oh, now you've got me all confused.
Why should you be any different to the rest of us? Well, I'm going to see you later.
Where are you going?
First to the office to take care of some paperwork, and then I'm meeting Grant at the gatehouse for a spot of lunch.
Isn't he working today?
Apparently not, but he wants me to meet with him.
Well, what does he want to talk about?
Something that happened to him yesterday.
But is that all he said?
Mm-hmm. He insists that I meet him there.
Why?
I don't know, he's kind of nervous. He seems to think that someone's going to listen in on what he has to tell me.
Why would anybody want to do that?
I don't know. That's what I hope to find out over lunch. All too mysterious for me.
Oh, you enjoy it.
Oh, do I? Yeah, I enjoy solving crimes, not trying to figure out my friends.
If you see Celia, would you send him out?
Are you just going to stand there and deny that you went to Long Island with him?
Of course I'm going to deny it, Grant. He was not there.
Am I supposed to believe that?
No, I didn't expect you to believe that. You haven't believed a word I've said ever since this nightmare began.
Damn it, Celia, you went to Long Island to be with your lover.
I went to be with my father. You said you spoke with him. Now, did he mention anything about Grant Putnam?
As if he would. Whose side do you think he's on?
You make it sound like it's warfare.
Isn't it?
Oh, Grant, look, I left town because I caught you kissing another woman, and at that time, I thought it was seriously time to reconsider our marriage.
With Putnam along for moral support.
How dare you accuse me of infidelity after what you did?
For the last time, I did not kiss Tanya in the library. It was not me who you saw.
For the last time, I saw you.
I don't know how to answer that.
You could try admitting it.
And you could try believing that I'm telling the truth.
Why should I? You won't admit that I went to Long Island alone.
You're right, I won't admit it because I don't believe it.
So where do we go from here?
Home. It's hardly a place to have this conversation.
Either that, or I could go right back on that plane.
Well, hello. How are you?
What's up?
Well, what are you doing here in the studio?
Oh, I'm marketing a new career, you know. How about yourself?
Well, I was just next door doing a commercial for a local ad agency. Well, actually, I'm supposed to be doing it. The director and the ad guy couldn't agree on anything except what we were having for lunch, so I decided to come over here and find out what's going on.
Sounds like you have the same problems we have over here.
Tiff, you know Jenny, don't you?
Yes, we've met.
Sorry.
Real boy, actually.
Okay, all right. Got to pay the rent, kids. You know, I'm not bored. I'll see y'all. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy my set. Have a seat.
Maybe it's just the atmosphere.
What?
I don't know. She seems a little less belligerent here than she did in the spa.
Oh, Jenny, she's okay. I kind of like her, really.
Yeah, well, we all know your taste in women, Frisco.
I like you.
You know, I should have seen that coming.
You're out of practice. What have you been doing anyway, huh?
Well, working mostly. I did see Blackie, though. He sent his regards.
How's he holding up?
Well, fairly well, I think, from what I could tell. But, you know, Blackie, I mean, if it was bothering him, he certainly wouldn't let anybody know about it.
He would to you.
Yeah.
You know, this may sound kind of funny, but, you know, I really feel for the guy. I mean, he stole my songs and everything, but, I don't know. It's all because of Pirelli. You know, that guy's not going to mess with my head like he did with Blackie's.
Is he trying to?
Pirelli doesn't have to try. It just kind of comes naturally to him, Tiff.
Yeah, I still can't get him to give me any, like, accounting or anything. They're just like...
Sound familiar?
Very, yes.
Yeah, well, that's why I came back to Port Charles, see, because I got to find somebody to represent me. And I need a lawyer.
Well, darling, I know hundreds of lawyers.
Well, good ones.
Well, that's another story. You could talk to Jake Meyer.
Yeah? You think he'd be able to handle Pirelli?
I wouldn't bet on it.
Oh, I think he could. In fact, he's supposed to come over to drop some papers off for me to sign. I mean, it couldn't hurt for you to talk to him.
Yeah, maybe I will.
I think it'd be
Yeah,
great.
check it out when it comes
There
by.
you are. I was looking for you on the other stage.
Oh, I'm so glad you're here. Josh needs a good attorney.
Oh, hi, Josh. Yeah, you do?
Do you have
Yeah.
time to talk to him right now, do you think?
Well, no, I'm afraid I don't. I have to be in court. I just dropped by to hand you these papers you maybe look at during one of your breaks.
Well, aren't you considerate?
No. Just careful. I'll be by later to pick them up.
Okay.
If you'd like to talk then, I'll be happy to listen.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Sure thing. Okay, I'll see you all after court. Good to see you, Frisco.
Yeah, see you later, Jim.
Bye.
Take care. Hey, you sure he knows what he's doing?
Oh, he's the best. Well, he's the best lawyer there is in Port Charles. In fact, he has handled some very difficult cases, so I think it could help you. He even handled that DVX spy case.
Oh,
Well, yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, Jake represented Grant Putnam. Well, that was actually Grant Andrews. That's when he was still Grant Putnam, before the real Grant Putnam, you know, came to town. Are you as confused as I sound?
I am not confused. I know what I saw.
And I know what you've been up to with Grant.
That's completely different.
What is this? The old double standard, only in reverse?
I think it's a matter of trust, Grant. I don't believe that it wasn't you in the library with Tanya, so you want to return the favor by not believing that Grant and I are just friends.
I don't see the difference.
Grant, I saw you with Tanya with my own eyes. This supposed affair I'm supposed to be having with Grant Putnam is all in your imagination. Do you have any proof? No, you don't. And you never will have because there's nothing to prove.
The man is trying to destroy our marriage.
He's trying to save it.
Celia, are you really so blind that you can't see what's going on?
What I can see is that you are consumed with jealousy and paranoia.
With good reason.
Do you know that it was Grant who originally talked me into getting away for a while?
No, but I'm not surprised. It's the only way he could be alone with you.
He did not go along, Grant. He wanted me to have every opportunity to think things through before I made any sort of decision to give up on our marriage.
When you do decide to give up on our marriage, he's just standing in the wings waiting, isn't he?
You couldn't be more wrong. He was the one who encouraged me to give it a second chance. He's pulling for us, Grant.
No, he is not. He wants you to think he's pulling for us, and he's doing a hell of a job of it, too. And incidentally, I do have proof of everything I've been saying.
What?
I found the envelope from the travel agency that your airline tickets came in, yours and Grant's.
What are you talking
It
about?
was written very clearly on the face of the envelope. It said, Port Charles to LaGuardia to East Hampton, Andrews and Putnam.
Let me see it.
I can't,
Why not?
because I threw it into the fire.
Well, how convenient. Do you have any more evidence of my alleged affair that you can't produce?
The envelope is enough.
I cannot believe this. I'm really beginning to wish I hadn't got off that plane. Grant, I came here sincerely hoping to put our marriage back on its feet, and what do I find? Things are worse than ever. Innuendos, groundless accusations, and a steadfast refusal to face the truth.
My accusations are far from groundless. Even Putnam's hotel confirmed that he was in New York.
When?
The same time that you were gone. Is that just a coincidence? How much would you like to bet that he's also back now?
I don't know where Grant is.
Let's find out, shall we?
Mr. Putnam, how was your weekend in New York City?
Very nice, thank you. Were there any messages for me while I was gone?
I'll check.
Thank you.
No, all clear. Huh? Excuse me. Of course. Port Charles Hotel. He's right here. Mr. Putnam, telephone for you. You can take it on the house phone.
Fine, thanks. Grant. Of course it is. I was just checking to see if you were back, but then I knew you would be. What's the point of staying on Long Island without Celia? Yes, I'd like to place an outside call, please, to General Hospital. Thank you.
Third floor nurse's station, Mrs. Brewer.
Would you please connect me with Dr. Gail Baldwin?
She's right here. If you'll hang on a minute, I'll put her on.
Thank you.
Gail, for you.
Oh, who is it, Janice?
I'm sorry, I didn't say.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Yes, this is Gail Baldwin.
Dr. Baldwin, this is Grant Putnam calling.
Oh, yes. What can I do for you?
I need an appointment.
Oh, well, fine. When would you like to come in?
Immediately.
I see. Has something happened?
Well, yes, I have a rather serious problem. It's quite disturbing, actually, and I need your help. Would it be possible for me to come over today?
Oh, well, as a matter of fact, you could come today. Yes, I just had a cancellation of an appointment, so if you can come soon, it'll be fine. I'll be able to talk to you. Oh, Mr. Putnam, could you just come to the third floor, though? My office is being painted, and I'm using an office up there currently.
Of course. Thank you, Doctor. I am on my way. Excuse me. Would you do me a favor and hold on to my bag for a while?
Oh, certainly.
I've got to run right out now.
Certainly, Mr. Putnam.
I'll pick it up later.
I know. I gotta do something.
Why don't you just wait until Jake gets here? I mean, believe me, you'll feel better if you talk to him. Now, I've got to go. Duty calls, and I must do my commercial. The way it's going, I think I'll probably be back in about 5 minutes. But if you hear a loud scream from next door, just ignore it. It's only a frustrated actress at the end of her rope.
Knock him dead, huh?
I will.
Yeah, she's not the only one. Well, you relax.
Thanks a lot.
Just relax.
Well, one more setup and it's a wrap.
How's it going?
That's okay. It's not one of our most dynamic shows, but no play, all right.
Well, how many times can you interview me?
I would like to interview you every single day. What's wrong with the songwriter over here? He's restless, huh?
Yes, exactly.
Is that it?
Very
Is that it?
restless.
What's wrong? You having a problem coming up with a new song, Josh?
No, that's the least of my problems. I don't know. I think this whole music business, it's getting to me. I'm getting migraines and stories I could tell. Just
Would you like to tell them on the air?
no. Yeah. No. Well, why not?
Look, why don't you just jump off a building, huh?
Hey, come on. I should tell him. It's a public service.
I could give you several reasons not to. Like, how many bones do you have in your body?
I'm not afraid.
Let's do it.
Now?
Right now. We'll use you for the last segment of the show instead, and that's what we have. This thing is boring.
Don't
What do you say?
Don't.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Why not?
Yeah.
Pirelli's long overdue to be exposed.
Let's expose him. What do you say, Josh?
Lead the way.
All right. Relax. Okay, guys, a little change in plans here. We're going to widen out, make it a two-shot. Let me get rid of this. Okay, just sit here, relax. Yeah, sit down. Okay. Okay. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ready
Notice when the
till
little
I
red
repeat.
light goes on, it's showtime, folks. All right. Okay, let's put one down, guys. Hello and welcome back to Teen Time. For our closing segment, we have a rather special report. I'm here talking to Josh Clayton, promising young singer, songwriter, who's also a good friend of Frisco Jones, the lead singer of the Riff Raff. Now, Josh, when we talked to Frisco on the show, he spoke very openly about his thoughts on the business side of making music and his concern for it. What are your thoughts on it?
Let me tell you what I've been up against. In one word, bloodsuckers.
Are you willing to elaborate on that?
Yeah, sure, but you gotta realize this is down the road. See, because musicians are number one in my book. But it's these other guys, these big boys, you know, there's something else. I mean, that's my experience. You know, they'll bleed you dry. They'll suck every drop of music you got in you, you know, and then they'll dump you. They'll dump you just flat out as soon as they get what they want.
I understand what you're saying, Josh. These are very serious charges. Are you willing to name names?
No, thanks. They know who they are. You know, they'll do anything to keep their power and the bucks rolling in. Why do you think Frisco wound up in the hospital?
On that very provocative note, we have to take a break. Please stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Hi. I have an appointment with Dr. Baldwin.
Oh, yes, Mr. Putnam. If you'll wait just a minute, I'll call and see if she's ready for you.
Thank you.
Oh, Jesse, if you're trying to get me in right here. Hello.
Dr. Baldwin, it's very nice of you to see me so quickly. I'm starting to recover some of my memory, specifically what happened in the days and moments leading up to my being grabbed by the DVX in my hotel. It's really just a blur for me now, but I was hoping that by talking with you, I might be able to clarify the memory and perhaps even open some more doors.
Well, it's certainly possible. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that's why I called you.
Well, good. Shall we get started then?
The sooner the better.
All right.
Do you know whose signature this is, Dr. Baldwin? I have to double-check Mrs. Culbertson's 11 o'clock dosage.
Oh, yes, it's Dr. DiPietro.
That's what I thought. Thanks.
Thank you for being so careful.
I must say, that brings back memories.
Oh, really?
Yes. When I was a patient at Rockmore, we also had very specific times to receive our medication. I suppose that's how they do it at all hospitals, though.
Well, I don't know about all hospitals, but we certainly do it here, yes. The nurse prepares that medication tray, every 4 hours. She starts at 7 in the morning, and then 11, and then 3 in the afternoon, and 7 in the evening, and then 11 at night, and so on.
You could almost set your watch by it.
Oh, well, we pride ourselves on our punctuality. I mean, any well-run, efficient hospital just has to do that.
I suppose so.
Well, shall we go?
After you.
Now I really do wish I hadn't come back from Long Island.
You're repeating yourself.
I can't live with someone who doesn't trust me.
How about living with someone whom you don't trust?
Well, considering your history with the DVX, is it surprising that I am having trouble believing what you say?
Considering your history with other men, is it any more surprising that I don't believe what you say? Trust is a two-way street, Celia, and in this relationship, we seem to be going in opposite directions.
Can't have any relationship at all without trust.
Oh, what proof of that? The question is, what do we do to get it back?
I don't know. I'm not sure there is anything we can do. Maybe too much has happened to ever regain it.
We have to try.
I don't know.
Are you suggesting that we just give up?
I've certainly considered trial separation, haven't you?
No. I can see the verdict already, and I don't like it.
Well, we should have thought about that a long time ago.
See, there's still time for us. We have to give it at least a couple of more weeks.
Why? So we can tear away the last shreds of our self-respect? Haven't we hurt each other enough?
We can't just let what we have go to ruin. We have to at least make an effort to work things out.
What do you think we have been doing? I really don't think 2 more weeks is going to make any difference. In fact, it might make matters worse.
Does what we had mean so little to you that you're unwilling to even try to work it out?
I can't, Grant. I'm not able to.
Well, we're not going to clarify anything by avoiding the problem.
No. But we might manage to save just a small bit of our mutual respect. I've got to get out of here. I'll talk to you later.
You're coming back?
I have to think about it.